Hello, my dear Live Tarot family. Welcome to a new reading. I wanted to let you know that you have been in my thoughts and prayers as we go through this difficult time in the world right now. The last video that I did, I got such great feedback from you and such a positive response because it was a business, career, and money reading, which I felt very called to do. I will add more of those into what I do. Many of you have asked for those and even have asked for private readings for that. So I just wanted to let you know, yes, it's not on my menu yet on the website, but if you'd like a money, business, or career reading, then just email me. Email is in the box below and we'll work out what the actual reading is about. Thank you so much for showing your spirit in the comments on my videos. You have been so positive and so wonderful. I can feel the good energy. Let's keep that up because we just cannot resign ourselves to negativity. I know it's hard. I struggle with it too. You know, even if you are currently feeling healthy, it's easy to feel down, right? Because life has changed so much, but we have to continue believing that this is temporary and we're going to come out of this and we will come back stronger than ever. So today we are going to do our normal love reading. We're going to go in deep on the energies between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. As always, take the messages as they resonate for you. We do use divine masculine and divine feminine, but those are just energies. So use those labels as they work for you. So as always, I've pre-shuffled a bunch of decks that I'll be using, as well as these three that I've created specifically for you. So we'll be using all of them. So let's get right to it here. Dearest Spirit, can you please tell us, how does the divine masculine currently feel and think about his feminine? How does the divine masculine currently think and feel about his feminine? How does the divine masculine currently think and feel about his feminine? Interesting. So this is a lovely energy coming from the divine masculine to his feminine at this time. And I wouldn't be surprised at all that the reason for this is because of what we are going through right now collectively, what humanity is going through right now, and what is the state of the collective consciousness. I have a beautiful lake down the street from my house that has been so healing for me. I feel so blessed that I can go take my 3-mile walk there, and it's been really encouraging to see so many people coming out. You know, everybody does maintain their social distance, but it's been beautiful because since our kids' schools got shut down, parents and their kids bike riding together, walking together, even though we maintain our distance, but people have been so friendly. Everybody smiles at each other. Everybody says good morning or good afternoon. People are trying to keep up kindness and good energy, and what they're truly doing, and it's so amazing to me that this came up, is they're going outside. They're going out into the fresh air. See, it's time to go outside, tune into the powerful piece of nature, wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. So what I'm feeling here is that this is an opportunity that the masculine is seeing to slow down and reconnect with his feminine. And this is really important. And I do feel that that is definitely part of the collective energy, because look at this. The masculine has definitely been distracted lately with his big goals, career, business, success. He's really been trying to claim his place in the world for sure, right? So many of your masculines may have been very distracted, at least even more so than before in the last 2 months, as things started to become clear with the virus, as things started to become more clear about whether, people will have an impact on their jobs, on their careers, on their businesses, on their income. So it's really been an intense time. So your masculine was very much distracted by this. And now as he is coming into being in a place most likely where he has to either work from home, and so do you, right? We all do. And he has been forced to slow it down, right? And to start, taking stock of his internal energy, which is the high priestess. I think that he has created a space for himself to really feel his emotions more authentically. Oftentimes when we are so busy in life and we have so many things to do and accomplish, and it can become a very easy distraction from our true and deep emotions. And sometimes, especially when we're having a hard time with our divine masculine or divine feminine, right? We're having a tough time in the relationship, in the connection. We may be in some form of separation as well, right? Some of you are also going through that. Oftentimes, and especially I believe with masculine energy particularly, they tend to mask their heartbreak, mask their pain, their emotional vulnerability by distracting themselves with work, right? So I think that this has been what's going on with the divine masculine. So now that he has been forced to take a break, he's been forced to step back because of what's going on in world events. Now it's like he's starting to feel the pain. He's letting himself with this Three of Swords, right? And if things have not been going well between the two of you lately, now he is feeling the pain. And he has truly started to feel the depth of the pain, in terms of why this connection isn't as amazing as it deserves to be, or as it could be, why he has let this connection take a back seat. And so he has been accessing this high priestess energy, which is actually very good, right? And it's almost like, unless you have been forced to shut down, sometimes nobody wants to do that because it's very uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable to give ourselves the space and the time and the peace and the quiet to go inside and really connect with our true emotions. And so I love this for the masculine. I think this is wonderful. He has now connected with his true emotions. And what that has brought him from this high priestess is the pain of either losing you for now, like where he feels like he has lost some sort of a deep connection with you, and he wants that back. And I believe that this time is also forcing him to see what a blessing his feminine really is. Because look, we're getting so many cards here of being still, of having awareness, of slowing down, of truly observing our own thoughts, our own energy, and where our heart truly lies. And so look at this, grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So I feel like it's now that he is feeling your absence. And I feel like for many of you, there is an absent energy here, as in you may not have spoken for a while, or your contact may be very minimal. So I feel like in this absence of yours, he has now started to feel the pain. He has now started to feel the suffering of this because he's given himself that space to do so. And in that suffering, he has realized that this connection was truly a blessing in his life and is still a blessing in his life. He's starting to feel this deep gratitude for you, feminine. And your absence is making that even more clear. If you've stepped back, if you've been holding yourself back because you may have been hurt, or whatever has been going on here, any kind of turmoil, any kind of drama that may have been going on, he is now seeing that it was so much better. His life was so much better with you in it than you outside of it. And so this butterfly garden is so beautiful because I feel like what it represents is his finally that ability to be still enough to see what the truth is, you know, and to want a transformation, because I feel like the butterfly also represents how we can come out of our cocoon, right? How if we have been blocking ourselves, blocking our energy, keeping ourselves in a blocked state, the butterfly really represents our ability to finally come out of that shell, and the importance of us doing so, you know, having to come out of it so that we can reconnect. And so that's why I feel like there has definitely been procrastination in your masculine, and that is why I feel like, because he has realized through awareness how blessed he is to even have you in his life, I think that he now is ready to come out of that silence, to come out of whatever energy he was in that was blocking, right? And he's been procrastinating for sure. It's like he's been wanting to contact you, make it better, have a talk, sit down. But I think everything that was going on, all the turmoil, whatever that has been going on lately, just even in this past 30 days, was putting him in a procrastinating energy. See, now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Take action. Taking action will attract success. So I think he is ready. And see, I'm using this deck, guys, because I really do think that this is a wonderful time for us as we are in various states of, you know, self-isolation, you know, staying at home for the most part. This is a very good time for us to start practicing surrender. I know I'm doing it in my own spiritual practice. I want to make a list of things for myself that I do need to surrender, you know, forms of resistance that are in my body, that are in my mind, that are in my emotions. We all have it, right? This is a wonderful time to sit down and be very still and very truthful with ourselves and see what is it that we need to surrender. What kind of resistance is in our body that is, you know, keeping us tied back in many ways, especially with our emotional energy. So that's why I'm using this, because I want to see what comes up. What do we need to surrender? What does the masculine need to surrender? What does the feminine need to surrender? So I feel like this is the thing for the masculine. He's been procrastinating. He's been dragging his feet on this, partially because of fear of losing you, partially because of fear of not knowing how to reconnect. So this is good. He wants to let this go, and he wants to take action. He wants to you know, really get very what do you call it? He wants to be very practical, because right now it's a practical time, right? Knight of Wheels is the Knight of Pentacles. So it is definitely about being very practical, talking to you in a way that is truly going to connect with you. And I'm seeing this energy of him actually wanting to spend quality time with you outside, as in to get back into nature, the two of you, and to reconnect. And that is very uplifting. So I feel that, you know, I'm feeling the energy of him wanting to just hold your hand and take a nice walk with you, and take that deep breath, take that deep fresh air, and to really rejuvenate yourselves. Take some time off, slow down, and refresh and rejuvenate and reactivate that deep connection that you both know is still there between the two of you. So this is really lovely. I like this energy. Very, very good. So let's pause here for our affirmation of the day. I think it's really important that we do our affirmations. Again, it's part of our spiritual practice right now. So today's is focused on health. So I want you to write in the comment box below, I am healthy and so happy, because we need to keep up our health and our happiness as we go through this time. So I'm so healthy and so happy, and really feel that. Keep that in your vibration. Keep doing all of the things that are about your self-care to keep your body strong, to keep your mind strong. Make sure you take your vitamins. Make sure you're getting your exercise. Make sure you can get out and get some fresh air, even if it's just away from people. But do everything we can right now for our health and wellness. So let's do this, guys. We are in this together. We are going to support each other and love each other through this. All right, so our next question for Spirit is, what does the divine masculine truly need to understand about his feminine right now, right? Because the feminine and masculine energies, they've been going through things right now. And sometimes we are not fully understanding what we're each going through, because, just masculine energy and feminine energy can process things, look at things, feel things very differently. So it's very important for us to be clear on what aspects of each other's experience or journey are we not seeing right now. Where is the gap, right? And if we could understand that about each other, we could really make our connection stronger. So what does the divine masculine need to understand, Spirit, about his feminine right now? What are the gaps in his knowledge? What does he truly... Wow, amazing. Look at this. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. What does the masculine need to understand about his feminine right now? Beautiful. What does the masculine need to understand about his feminine at this time? Wow. I'm loving this. I am loving this. Okay, so this is coming through so clearly. Thank you, Spirit. So look at this. I mean, such powerful and beautiful energies. And look at this. I am loving how the energy of gratitude and appreciation is continuing on, my lovely, gorgeous ones. Isn't this beautiful? I feel like this is a special message from Spirit for all of us, not just for the masculine, but for us, for all of us, because I do feel that if we continue to appreciate the blessings that we do have in our life, the blessings of all the good things that we still have, even though we're going through a difficult time right now, I think that that is going to keep our vibration high. Instead of focusing on our resistance, or instead of focusing on the things that we feel that we have lost temporarily, let's focus on the amazing things that we do still have. So I love this energy of appreciation. You see how it's weaving itself through the reading. So this is where the masculine really needs to understand his feminine. Oh my gosh. I think the first thing here is that he needs to understand that she is far more powerful than he realizes. There's some sense here where I feel that the feminine energy feels that the masculine has underestimated her. There's almost this energy coming from the feminine that it's almost like the masculine feels that the feminine can't handle things, or is that's the assumption that he has. He hasn't seen the raw feminine energy, the raw feminine power of his feminine quite just yet. And I feel like that the reason for that is because what happens is that when he is in some sort of a difficult situation or some sort of a heavier energy, it's like he doesn't ask for help. He doesn't ask his feminine for help, which he should be doing. It's like he blocks her instead. It's like his first response is to keep her in the dark, because it's like, oh, well, she doesn't need to hear that right now. I just need to figure this out on my own. It's just going to put her down. It's going to make her feel down. I don't really want to burden her with this. Let me just take care of it on my own. Or, she can't handle this. This is something that I just have to handle on my own. And I'm really feeling from the feminine here, particularly, that she feels or has felt shut out by this energy. As in, why is it that whenever he's going through something difficult, instead of coming towards me, he goes away from me? He refuses to ask me for help. He refuses to share with me. He refuses to open up, and instead he puts up walls and tries to do everything on his own. And so that is why I feel like the masculine is getting this combination from the feminine, that the feminine is saying, you need to understand that you have to surrender to receiving support and love. You have to ask for help. You have to let me in, because I don't want to be shut out. I am so powerful. I'm so strong. I can handle anything. I can be there for you in the same way that you should be there for me. This is something that has to be mutual. When I need help, I will ask you for it. And you need help, you should ask me for it, right? So there's a mutual reciprocity here that the masculine and feminine need to understand. And it's particularly coming from the feminine here because she feels that the masculine isn't seeing this. And so that's why it's like she wants you, masculine, to expand your horizons, to understand her better, as in to expand your view of her. See, allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So the feminine wants the masculine to understand that he needs to expand his horizons in the way that he sees her. He has to see her as a powerful feminine. He has to acknowledge that she is somebody who is home to him. See, House of Flowers. He feels that she is his home. She feels that he is her home. And yet, where is the trust? Like, why doesn't he trust her when, crap hits the fan? It's time that he trusts her if they want to build this home together. And so this is interesting because it came up with this Ace of Wheels, which is Pentacles energy again. So masculine, you need to understand that your feminine wants a new beginning in terms of having a real home and a real life with you. She wants something real. She doesn't want any kind of empty promises or fake words or things that, it's like a yes, but it's coming. No, she's ready for it. She wants a true commitment with a true life that you're building together. She wants to build this home with you together. And she needs you to understand that she is the combination of this Empress and the Queen of Wands. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this so beautiful? She wants you to understand, masculine, that she is very powerful, that she is far more powerful and capable than you even know, that in this Empress's energy, she is so fertile. She is so powerful. She has solutions to problems. She can help. She knows how to handle herself. I'm also feeling for some of you that you want your masculine to know that, being a part of this Empress energy coming with the home is that you also want a family with him. You want a real life. You want children with him. This is for some of you, maybe not for all of you, but or if you even already have kids, you want to be able to join your families together. You both may have separate families, right? Like as in like you may have kids, they may have kids, and you're trying to, this is again for some of you, you're trying to build a life together. Well, then those feminines, they want their masculine to understand that they want everybody to be happy and together as a family. And that's where her Empress energy comes from. And that she wants you to know that she is this Queen of Wands, that she is absolutely fine being bold, taking risks, seeing where life goes. She's not one to shy away from risk or problems. She can hit any problem head on and make a real difference. And of course, the last thing she wants to know, which is so wonderful, is that she wants romance. Yes, the feminine wants her masculine to know that romance is always appreciated. Right? Romantic gestures, love, flowers, however which way you see romance. Keep up that romantic energy because it is lovely and it is always appreciated. Wow. I love that. So then, Spirit, can you please tell us, what does the feminine need to understand about her masculine? What is it that the feminine is maybe not seeing right now, but needs to better understand about her masculine? Interesting. Whoa. Look how different this is. Very different energies coming through. See, exactly as I said, that sometimes a masculine energy, feminine energy can be in very different places and then they struggle to better understand each other, right? What does the feminine need to understand better about her masculine? What does the feminine need to better understand about her masculine. Wow. Surrender to your full power. Ooh. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Wow. All right. So what I'm feeling here is that the masculine wants you to understand, feminine, that he really does regret whatever separation that you may have been in lately. Remember, we said there's definitely some of you who have gone through or are currently going through some form of separation. And again, and you know, some of you have commented that, you know, saying thank you for defining separation, because you know how it's not just that you may have no contact, although some of you do, but separation can also mean minimal contact for a small amount of time, right? Where it's like you're just kind of taking it easy. You may be, you know, sending a few text messages or maybe having some brief phone calls, but not really seeing each other much, just kind of staying in touch to stay in touch. That's also a form of separation. So there's a lot, right? There's a lot of different types of things, different types of phases that the relationship and the connection can go through. And so I feel like what he's trying to say here is that he does regret that he, you know, may have pulled away. Right. And that pulling away really put him in a bad space. And it came from this moon's energy where he was really not seeing things clearly. Where he was very, he kind of had that veil over his eyes, you know. A lot of stuff happened that in his, I feel like it was almost like an overstimulation of a lot of different things going wrong. And this is not at all to justify, I'm not saying this to justify his behavior if it's been bad, or to justify him, you know, hurting your feelings in any way. This is the masculine saying that he has really been in a darker energy, and that it's not your fault, but unfortunately you have paid the price in some way, and that has been because of this him pulling back. And that's the same thing, right? That whatever this is that he was going through, because it was pretty severe, because it's also coming through as the 10 of Swords. So this is about really getting to a point where you are feeling extremely down. Where I think especially with the masculines that we are connecting with right now, I feel like they felt at some point that everything seemed to be going wrong, that no matter what they did in their life, it always went wrong. It was like this very dark phase where nothing was going their way. And so it turned them into a very unhappy person, the divine masculine. And so being in that kind of, you know, I've just had it. Everything is going out of control here and I'm not able to control it. It sent the masculine energy into a very kind of deep, dark place where they couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They couldn't see their path out of this. They were looking for a new direction. See, Ace of Swords. But what they were doing, unfortunately, because this is Swords energy, they were trying to use their mind instead of their spirituality, their heart space, right? They were trying to use their mind to come out of this. They were trying to use their brain to find a path. And sometimes that is not the right way to go. But I think what the masculine is trying to tell you, feminine, is that it's hard for him to open up his heart space or to find solutions from a more of an emotional or spiritual place, especially when things are going particularly wrong. Like his default setting, kind of like, you know, his what he just defaults to is always his brain, is always his mind. And unfortunately, one of the drawbacks of that is ego, because ego and pride and, you know, shutting people out, shutting out you, the feminine, not trusting you with the problems that he's going through, not asking for help, that all comes from the mechanisms of the mind, Swords energy. That all comes from not utilizing your spiritual power or your emotional power to access new ways of solutions, like new ways of problem solving. So he wants you to know that without, that he doesn't want to. He wishes he could be more of this open emotional energy. But his default point is always his mind, his ego, his pride, and that does get him into trouble because it doesn't show him a way out of this moon's energy. And oftentimes what's happened is that it keeps him in denial, because what he does when he is confronted with this energy, what he does is repress it. So he represses his emotions, repressed emotions, rejection, unable to see below the surface. So he kind of doesn't let himself see deeper, even though he knows he should. And so what happens here is that, it becomes like a rainy day. I mean, this is like an extension of this moon's energy. And it's like, but the good thing about it though, is that he doesn't want to do it this way anymore. This no rain today is really the masculine's desire to come out of that more dreary, pessimistic, ego-driven, no one can help me, everything's going wrong, everything sucks kind of energy. It's like he wants to come out of that, and he wants to come back into the light, because he knows that if he does that, this separation will definitely end. He's looking for, and I love this, he's looking to end that rain, right? He's looking to end that dreariness, that darkness, that shadowy energy of the moon, so that he can have, look at this, we have 2 gateways coming here. Isn't this so powerful? Amazing. Magical gateway, gates of triumph. This is amazing. I feel like this is spirit trying to emphasize to us that the masculine is looking for an opportunity, a gateway back into a very strong connection with his feminine. See, magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. See, success expands in your life. Gates of triumph. So he is definitely feeling like he's coming out of this energy. He's feeling more empowered. He's feeling more willing to venture out of this energy, because I don't think it's serving him and it's not making him feel good. So he is really looking to surrender to his full power. And what I'm feeling is that he has realized that part of his full power is being connected to his feminine, that by being disconnected and in separation, or just energetically even disconnected from your feminine, is a rainy day that goes on again and again and again. It's an every day is a rainy day situation. So he's definitely coming around to understanding that you are his greatest ally, you are his partner, that he needs to work with you, not shut you out when things get difficult. Wow, this is really powerful. I hope that this has helped you, because I think it's been so interesting the ways in which the feminine and the masculine, where they have that misunderstanding and where they really need each other to understand each other better. It's really been powerful. Wonderful. So then, Spirit, can you please tell us, now that we have a better understanding of each other, what is your advice for the masculine and feminine as we move forward together? Oh, I love this. Lord Shiva, transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Oh my gosh, isn't this so beautiful? So I feel like this is such a wonderful energy for us to end with, because I feel that this is not just limited to our relationship with our divine masculine or our divine feminine or our twin flame or our soulmate. I feel like this is about everything. That this is our time to rise up spiritually, that we have more power within us than we even understand, right? Steps are being given to us to really harness that inner force. And look at this. These are the last words I want to leave you with. Dance with the universe. Oh my gosh, this is our time to truly dance with the universe. I love it. I hope that this reading has been really uplifting for you guys. This is what I was hoping for. Hope you feel it too. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, it could be love, it could be career, money, business, All of the links and information for that is in the box below, as well as the link to these oracle decks that I have created especially for all of you beautiful, beautiful ones. So you know how much I love you, you know how much I believe in you, and I will see you all on the next video.